Let's go on to track 11, okay? Here we go. Trinkets, Pale of Moon. So there's a story behind that song, I'm sure. It says it's a cover by Stephen Dubbuck, or Dubbuck, Dubbuck, Anyways, what's the story behind that song? Leave a comment below. You TMV fans who know everything about TMV, leave a comment below. What's that song about? I really enjoyed that. I still give that a high score as far as it engaged me. It was a beautiful song. It was needed to slow down and relax a little because this album has been very pushing forward and energetic. And it's nice to just relax a little, take a little breather. And beautiful melody, beautiful singing. I like the way that it sounds like it's a demo almost. It's definitely I guess it's like a microphone, a singer, and a guitarist. That's basically what it is. And you can even hear in the background there's a little bit of noise, as someone closing a door or something. Who knows? And I like that actually. That's kind of it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I don't know what else to say. Let's turn now to flip on now to track 11. And wow, what a great album. Loving it. Loving it. This whole album's amazing. I don't think there's any doubt now. This is I just love this album. Vedamalady. Vedamalady. Vedamalady.
Travels up my name.
Oh man, the melody in that song is just so fantastic. The chords, the way the bass in the chord, it's definitely not the root note of the chord. It's sort of a play on how the chord is voiced, and yeah, that's a beautiful song. Just loved it. That's again another 8, 9, 9.5 even. I just love every track in this album so far. Now there's only 2 tracks left, so let's keep going. Yeah, this has been a long session. I don't know how many minutes this album is, but it does seem like a long album, and it's a long reaction session. So I am actually looking forward to wrap up and just tell you what my final score of the album is based on listening to it for the first time. And here we go on track number 12, called Noctourniquet. The namesake for the album.
Made my bed in draughts of barrel. I haven't shot this thing in years. Do you think I fall?
Is this a repetition of a theme they've already established in the album? It sounds like it.
Hands of detriment from a crossbow flinch of gasping.
It seems familiar. Listen to those drums. I like the bass in this song. An amazing chord progression. Such creative drumming work too on that track. Just, it's like, here, play drums to this, and it's like, it's completely like, wow, really? That's amazing. So that song was great. The drums cool, beautiful melody. Again, love it. I just love this album. It's great. So we're on the last track now. It's kind of sad, but also a relief too, because it's a long album and it's getting warm in this room. It's a warm day. So after this video, I'm going to get out of the room and get some fresh air and maybe a nice cold drink or something. How about you? What are you going to do after you've done this reaction video with me?
Funny faces, fancy drinks. I never need wet chemicals.
Let's hear what the last track is like. I tell you, the drums in this album are so, I'm so impressed by the drumming work. Who is the drummer in this album? Let's have a quick look. Okay, wow. The drum, Dean Tony Parks. Hey, Dean, I'm Dean Wolfe, so that's kind of cool. This album for me, gosh, 8.5, 9 out of 10 on my first listen. By the way, it's funny, maybe that's a Freudian slip, because I was thinking if somebody was a producer and they're going to teach a course on producing, this album would be a great example of production, you know, of innovation, creativity, thinking outside the box. And I just really enjoy that aspect of it as well. Omar is very creative. Like I say, hyper creative, just crazy creative. And these guys, Cedric, amazing singer. I mean, man, just listen to how he sang through this album. I was thinking, you know, John Anderson is from Yes, and of course he's been decades and decades a singer, and people all recognize him as one of the most distinct voices in music. I would have to say Cedric is right up there. You know, he's right up there as far as one of the best vocalists because of the qualities he brings to his lyrics. There's no comparison. Like, who can you compare him to? I mean, I could even say Gordon Lightfoot has a very unique voice. I've got a couple of his albums, actually. And of course, he passed away recently. We're sorry for the loss there. He's Canadian, of course. Anyways, so fantastic album. I was not a slight bit disappointed in any single track. Every single track was fascinating. Every single track was great. It's a slam dunk, this album. Slam dunk. Well done on the band. I really enjoyed it. What do you think? How do you like this album compared to the rest of their albums, or maybe just on its own merits? What do you think of this album? Leave your comments below, especially if you're a long-time TMV and you were buying their albums real time as they were releasing them. You know, you were there the first day they were available, downloaded or whatever. Leave me your comments. Did you love this album as much as I enjoyed it this time? And keep in mind too that I've reacted to all these albums, but I don't have it in my collection yet. And I want to get them in my collection so I can do a full review of them. So this is a reaction. There's a big difference between a reaction and a review. A reaction is very initial. It's sort of like an initial review. And then a review is when you've really absorbed the album and you've sort of studied it, you know, you've lived with it for a little bit, and then you write a review of it and point out all the things you like about the albums, maybe something we're not so happy with, but you generally just sort of giving your impressions on the album. There's a big difference. I really enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out progdog.ca for my Progdog blog. Make sure you consider $3 a month for joining Patreon. It's just $3 if you're Canadian. That's a toonie and a loony, which is what we call our $2 coins and our $1 coins. I really want to build up the numbers there and just show that people really do support this channel. Do consider it, because I'm here to stay. I'm continuing. Nothing's stopping me. Spiraling out, it's Dean. Talk to you later from Prog Dog and Sharky. Bye. One Alderette bass guitar, of course Cedric vocals, and Omar guitar, keyboards, synthesizers, bass as well, direction, arrangements. He was the producer of this album. Lars Stalfors was the recording engineer and mixing. Isaiah Abelin was the recording engineer, and Hiba Kadri was mastering. Sunny K, artwork, layout, design. This album peaked in Australia, for example, 18, number 7 in US top rock albums, Billboard, and in top tastemaker albums, Billboard gave it top to number 3. In the UK, it was 51. US Billboard 200 was 15. So this album was pretty successful. You know, Canadian was 44. You know, for such a diverse, you know, eccentric band that they are.